G'day, folks. It's episode 489, and it is Monday morning. Well, when I'm recording this, it is Sunday evening. And what we do on Mondays is we go through my week in numbers. How has the week been for me? What I've done, what I've achieved, what I've not achieved. And basically, I want to document my whole journey because I want my kids to look back on this and see exactly how we did things, what we did, and just basically to let them know that I'm not perfect and I'm never ever going to pretend to be. Jesus Christ, you guys know I am far from perfect. In fact, I actually want to burp right now while I'm talking, but I know that I can't burp because if I burp, so it feels really horrible in my throat. And anyway, see, not perfect. As I tried to swallow the burp down. Nope, didn't work. Still feels horrible. Okay, see, oh my God, what the hell am I talking about? Why do you even listen? Jesus. This is probably the least professional podcast ever that's reached 489 episodes. I don't think there's any other podcast that have reached 489 podcasts that are this poorly produced. That's got to be some achievement. Anyway, right, last week, interesting week because Kai was ill. And for those of you who know me, probably know that Zach had septicemia. It was 3 years ago. I still get choked up now talking about it. And I actually missed my grandma's funeral because on that day, we got told that Zach wasn't responding to medicine like they expected. And it wasn't looking good at one point. He was in the hospital 14 nights. And it was just a horrible, horrible, horrible time. And the thoughts and feelings that go over your body and stuff when you've got a poorly kid, it's incredible. That was 3 years ago. And now, and by the way, if anybody's lost a kid or has got a poorly kid or have a poorly kid, you know what, my heart goes out to you because I honestly don't know. I don't know how we got through it. I don't know how we got through it. We had to look after Kai and one of us had to sleep there. And so I would sleep one night and then Claire would look after Kai. Then I would sleep, Claire would look after Kai. And it was horrible. It was horrible time. I don't, honestly, looking back, I'm thinking, how the hell did we get through that? I not as a couple, I mean, or anything like that. I mean, that just the worry, the pressure on your body. Even now, I just feel like all this negativity is just drawn in at me. And I'm never ever feeling, I never feel negative, but I feel like negativity. So when, just remembering it just brings it back. Anyway, this week, the reason why I mention it is because this week is the week that has brought it all home because Kai's been ill for 3 days. We thought he was better today, but he's a little bit ill again. And you just start remembering, thinking, oh God, do you remember when Zach was ill? Because our kids are never ill ever, apart from septicemia and now Kai. And it's just reminded me how fucking lucky we are, how amazingly lucky we are to have two healthy kids. And you just start thinking about it. You start thinking, I hate to think what if, but then it inevitably comes into your reckoning. And so, this week Kai's been ill off school Thursday, Friday, which actually, as it happens, we've had a COVID case in his bubble at school on Saturday. But because he wasn't in for 48 hours before this guy got symptoms, then Kai doesn't have to self-isolate. Although he can't go to school because there's no teachers, he still doesn't have to self-isolate, which is really, really lucky. He's okay. He's improved a lot. But yeah, I don't know, every single time my kids are ill, I just worry. And I worry too much. I know that it's ridiculous because they're absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with him. And it's not going to progress like it did last time. However, it doesn't stop you worrying. It doesn't stop you thinking about it. So this week has been a funny all week like that, off on Thursday, Friday. But like I said, this is Sunday and hopefully he's getting better. So last week, it was a really good week for me. Really, really good. Did I get done everything that I wanted to do? So I wanted to get guests on podcast. No, didn't even start that. Mastermind for the podcast. No, Mastermind for self-storage. No, didn't even start that either. So they're two crosses. So see, I'm not perfect. I don't get things done. YouTube channel, start the process. I think I watched an hour video. That's it. I actually, looking back at the week, I don't know where the bloody week's gone. I was off Friday looking after Kai. Record 25 motivated entrepreneurs. I recorded 11. I might record some more tonight. So I recorded 11. So I need to record 14 to hit that goal. So yeah, Paint Super Grand Fence didn't do that either. However, the week was an unbelievable success. The storage did well. We gained, I think it was like 450 square foot in storage, which was nice, fantastic. But not only that, it's because I went on a course, a very expensive course, £10,000 for one day, surrounded by incredible individuals, and that course has already potentially paid for itself 50 times over. And I mean 50 times over, depending on the outcome of this deal that we're working on. And the deal's always been there, but it's a way, it's the perspection that I never saw. I never saw it for itself because I wasn't educated. I didn't understand. And now I've seen this deal and I'm thinking, oh my God, that deal's been sat there and nobody's seen it because they didn't have the information. I only got the full information. I only got the full information because of this course, because I've got to be cryptic a little bit because I can't tell you everything about it. I can't tell you everything about the deal because I know people listen to this that I won't say can stop it or anything like that, but maybe be competition. I don't know. So I've just got to be a little bit careful what I disclose at this moment in time. Obviously, I'll disclose a full lot in time. And so I spent a lot of my time just marking out, having a look, doing calculations, looking at the ratios of this particular place. Can we have self-storage there? Can we do it? Is it viable? And so I spent pretty much the whole week speaking to different people, speaking to my mentors, getting advice. And I'm really, really excited. Obviously, this don't mean anything to anybody right now because I can't divulge anything other than that because I've got to be a little bit careful. I know that I definitely share too much about my life, but do you know what? That's how I live. I'm an open book, and I'm not going to change. I say I'm never ever going to change. I don't think I will. But on certain things, when it's not signed, sealed, and delivered, I can't talk about it publicly too much. So yeah, I'm just over the moon with that. So for me, it's again just a tick, a sign that if you don't have mentors, if you don't invest in yourself, if you don't invest in yourself, you're not investing in your future. And this deal would never happen. It could never, ever happen. One, didn't have the knowledge inside me. And number two, I didn't have the full information. I've only got the full information because of the course, because of connections to certain people who have connections to other people. And then I found out the full information through that. Again, it's all cryptic. I know it don't make it mean anything for you guys right now, but I will be doing a case study. If this deal comes off, holy shit, holy smoke, Batman. I'm smiling. This will be the deal of my life, without doubt. It won't be the deal of my life in the future, but it's the deal of my life right now. So, yeah. And if it wasn't for going on the course, then I would have never, ever been in this situation. So that, my friends, is literally a message to you guys to make sure that you invest. The biggest reason why I've turned my life around since Lazo is because I invest in myself. And Lazo, by the way, was a restaurant that didn't do very well. It was the worst time of my life, but actually it turned up to be the most valuable time of my life, but it still wasn't enjoyable. And I actually thought about committing hara-kiri on one occasion. I literally did. And I've already spoke about this a lot. Thought, do you know what? I thought my kids would be better off without me. I thought the wife was better off without me. I thought that my mum, my dad, I just thought, you know what? I was bedding on everybody. That's how low it got. And so I've been in the depths. I've been quite low in terms of that, but that's propelled me. And the biggest thing is making sure that you invest in your future. So yeah, last week I didn't do a lot of the jobs. However, it was an unbelievable week for me. And it just proves that 4%, it's a Pareto principle divided by itself. The Pareto principle suggests 80-20 rule divided by itself. It's 40-64. 4% of your actions get 64% of your results. Guess what? This was 1% of my action, and if it comes off, it will be a full year worth of results for me. A full year worth of results. Even Dan Bradbury, when I took it to him, I said, look, here's the deal. What do you reckon to it? And normally Dan Bradbury shoots me down because it's his job. He said his job is to calm me down and make sure I don't fuck things up. Quite frankly, that's what he says his job is. And he goes, fucking hell, this is brilliant, Dean. This is brilliant. And I was like, what? And if you know my and Dan's relationship, he has never said that to me ever in my life. Ever. He's always said, nah, this needs to look here, needs to look here. I don't like this, And I've always been battling against him saying, no, the deal works because of this. And he goes, yeah, but Dean, you thought about this? And it's literally me trying to convince him. But this time he's like, nah, I get it. The deal works. And I'm like, oh, flipping heck. So yeah, for me, it's all about making sure that you're making the correct effort in the correct places. And this week I was explaining to my wife, Claire, that it's all about my wife, Claire. Zach and Guy, you know my wife, Claire, because she's your mum. So it's all about an aerial view. It's taking the aerial view of your business and not getting clouded by the day-to-day running of it, the things that don't really matter. Do you know what? Somebody got £50 a week discount the other day by accident. £50 a week, it's not going to change my life. Don't even bother, don't even worry about it. It's £50 a week. Oh my God, Czech Republic have just scored against against Netherlands. Oh my God, this is incredible. Unbelievable, Jeff. So yeah, get back on this. And so it's making sure that you take an aerial view of your business. You take a 30,000 foot view of a business rather than the small view. You can't take a small view, a narrow view of your business. You have to make sure that you're looking at it from an air. I can't remember the terminology I used with Claire, but I felt like the terminology I used with Claire was better. But yeah, it's got to be an aerial view rather than what the view that we're having right now. The view that most people are in. Most people are in the day-to-day nitty-gritty, and it doesn't really matter. Them things you've got to focus on the decisions that are going to move the needle. If Mrs. Smith rents a unit off you or not in self-storage, yes, it's very, very good short term. Well, not even very, very good. It's good short term, but does it make a difference long term? Nah, not really. So you need to be focused on that side of the aerial side. So you need to making sure that you are. Do you know what? I'm going to think of a word. I won't be a second. And that's the first time I've ever paused this podcast trying to remember a name or try to remember something. And do you know what? I still can't think of it. I just thought, do you know, I'm gonna have to get on with it. So basically, so many people they go with the day to day, and you've got to think more long term, and you can't think about the when you're in the weeds. You're literally got to make sure that you take an aerial view, that you take a long-term view, that you take a view. That's what you should be doing. You should be, as a business owner, you should be focusing on decisions that make a big difference, not doing the day-to-day tasks that anybody can do. You should be only doing the certain things like the planning, the strategies, them sort of things. If you're doing anything other than that, then you are not maximizing. You're not being, because I used to have a hang up about thinking I'm lazy, thinking, well, I should be learning the software that we're using. I should make sure it's called Space Manager. I should know it. But do you know what? No, I shouldn't know it. Because if I know it, I'm the solution to someone's problems. When somebody doesn't turn in, I'm the solution. Now I don't know it, then I can't be the solution. If someone doesn't turn up, I can't be the person doing it. Somebody else in the team has to do it. They have to step up. And that isn't what I should be doing. I shouldn't be doing things like that. I should be only concentrating on the tasks and the jobs and the things that are going to actually move the needle for the business. And literally me sit behind the counter taking money and getting customers in and answering the phone, that is not what's going to move the needle for the business. I should never ever be doing that. So that's it in a nutshell. Okay, so this week, what are my jobs? I've got a very interesting week this week. So obviously England played Germany on Tuesday. Come on, England. So I'm out on the piss. Yes, on the piss. I've said it. On Tuesday afternoon. So looking forward to that. I'm actually going to get Phil Foden dye my hair. So I'm really excited about that. I was on Tuesday. Yes, I know I look an idiot, but it's for my kids. My kids will love it. They keep asking me to do it. So yeah, who cares? And I'm very lucky that I don't have a job as such, so I can do it. And then on Monday, I've got chiropractor and stuff. And then Wednesday, do you know what? I'm either going to be over the moon or I'm going to be absolutely devastated. So it's a funny old week. And we've also booked a holiday as well, which we're going away. Yay, on the airplane. Wow. So I don't know where that came up from. So this week, I've got to do something about me page. I've got to provide content for that. So I've got to do that. Hopefully I'll get that done tomorrow. That's Monday. And then I'm going to get guests for the podcast. I have to bloody get guests for the podcast, because without guests for the podcast, guess what? I've got no interviews. So I'm in trouble. I've got to look at masterminds. I want to find more locations. I'm doing that tonight. I really enjoyed that. So while if Portugal match is on, I'll be doing that, looking at different areas. There's so much opportunity in self-storage. YouTube channel, again, I've got to watch more videos, start the process, and I want to record another 25 Motivated Entrepreneurs episodes. And I also want to paint Supergrand's fence, my grandma's fence. So I've got a lot to bloody do this week, on top of all the other bits and bobs. Like I want to make sure the emails are done, etc. Anyway, I'm not going to keep you ninjas any longer. Motivational Ninjas, you will attack the day, and I promise you that it'll be absolutely amazing. By the way, I'm reading a book called Winning at the minute. If anybody needs any motivation, then oh boy, this guy, he was a coach for Michael Jordan, etc., and others, Kobe Bryant, and he's just an amazing individual. It really is. And so if you want motivating, wow, that book is awesome. Just called Winning. I'll do a book review about it in a couple of weeks as well, because I've already done some. I've got maybe it's next. No, it's not next week. There's another book before next week. Really good book. It's Winning's probably the next book after this book. So a week on Friday. Anyway, all right, my friends, got a really, really good book review, by the way. It's proper changed the way I look at the world as this book, and it's fantastic. It's only a short book, and I recommend that everybody should read it. But I'll get to that on Saturday's episode. All right, my friends, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Have a wonderful week, and make sure you be kind to everybody. Honestly, be kind. Be grateful. Have gratitude, because we live in an amazing world, and it's absolutely phenomenal. So just embrace it. Embrace the people around you, and embrace life. My God, it is wonderful. All right, I love you, and I'll see you soon. Bye.